Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the academic year in the UAE. So, generally, when I was working there, and still now, you can double check on the Google as well. There are 182 working days in schools in the UAE. And I'm talking about because I was working in a school that was what we can say primary, secondary, and higher secondary. So I'm not sure about ECE or these early child centers, but yeah, for our school and the other schools, this was the number of working days. So 182 working days, which means almost 6 months you need to work, and 6 months you don't need to work, and you still get paid for the entire year. However, how these 182 days are distributed throughout the year, that is what I'm going to explain to you in this video. So, if I talk about the start of the academic year, so an academic year starts in the end of the August. So I remember sometime the school will call the teachers around 19th of August, 21st of August, 22nd of August, and teachers have to come a week before the students start their school. So teachers have to come a week before students so that they can set up their classrooms, they can, prepare for the academic year. There are some meetings and stuff. So they need to come, you can say, in the end of August. And the academic year generally starts then. And then after that, there was like almost 6 weeks of teaching and then 1 week midterm break, and then after that 4 5 weeks of teaching, like I remember up to 7th of December or 8th of December or 9th of December, right? And then we will get 3 weeks of winter vacation, and also 1st of January, which is the new year, is also a vacation as well, a kind of on that day it's a public holiday, so that is included. So the school will resume from 2nd of January. And there is one more thing. There is the Emirati Day, or if I'm not mistaken, I'll put the correct name of the day on screen. But it is like the day when the Emirates got independence. So usually, I'm not sure, but what I felt usually it was Thursday, Friday. While I was working there, so every time it would be either Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is included along with that. So it's kind of and usually this will happen in the end of last date of November and 1st of December, somewhere there. So you can imagine that it's like before winter vacation, a week or 2 weeks before winter vacation, you get this 4 days off as well. And then, 3 weeks of winter vacation. Different schools, they have different dates, but generally, because they got 182 working days, so in the end, the working days will be similar, and maybe the schedule of most of the schools will be somehow similar. It might be slightly different for the school that you are applying for, so you can always check with them. But mostly it is like this. So then in the mid of February, which is like the midterm of term two, we will get 1 week, again 1 week midterm break, and then after that 5 or 6 more weeks of study, and then 2 weeks of end of term break for term two. All right, after that term three comes, and term three is without any, like, it was without any term break when I was working there. So term three has no term break, and then it will go, it's like 12. So academic year is divided into 3 terms. Each term is almost 12 weeks. There is 1 week of term break, and then we will get summer break around after first week of July. So like 7th July, 8th July, whenever the Friday is coming, after that you will get the 6 weeks of summer break. So uh if I only talk about now the term break, so there was 1 week midterm break, 3 weeks end of term break for term one, again 1 week midterm break for term two, 2 weeks end of term break, term three no midterm break, at the end of term three 6 weeks of summer vacation break. So this is how generally the academic year will go in the UAE. Now there is another important thing, or you can say a bit of relief for teachers, because the school where I was working was an American curriculum school, which means as a teachers, we need to take exams of our students at the end of each term. So whatever they have studied in term one, whatever they have studied in term two, whatever they have studied in term three. So what we will do in term one, we will take their two exams. So two, you can imagine like two class tests type of exam. So after 1 month, one exam, after another month, other exam, and then they will get the report for those exams, and then finally. They will do kind of an entire term exam at the end of the term. So whenever the end of the term exams will happen, so it will be like 2 weeks usually. So in those 2 weeks, you don't need to teach the students. It's just like you do the invigilation and then you get your papers and you need to check those papers and then you need to prepare the results. And this will happen every term. So this is something uh, that I personally found a bit easier, because when you are teaching in the class, definitely you get an opportunity to uh, teach, and you get an opportunity to get connected to the students, and you are, surrounded by those young brilliant brains. But you get that break from that teaching if you are teaching in an American curriculum and if your school is taking exams every term. So that is a bit of relief from teaching, and you can, focus more on your exam invigilation and exam preparation and exam assessment and preparing the results. And while I just mentioned that my school was American curriculum, I'll quickly list down some important curriculums that are followed in the UAE and in the Gulf region. And what I will do, I'll do a separate video in detail on these curriculums as well. But if I go quickly, so there is American curriculum. So the school where I was working was American curriculum. Then we get Cambridge affiliated schools, which is O levels, A levels. Then we got IB curriculum, if these are Pakistani schools. So federal board curriculum. If we got CBSCE schools, I'll put the correct name on screen, but I think it is CBSC schools. So these are the Indian curriculum schools, and they follow sometime, along with Indian curriculum or along with the Pakistani curriculum, like the federal board curriculum. They still follow the O levels and A levels curriculum sometimes. So you need to check with the school. I will do a video in detail where I will tell you the difference. So most of you must be familiar with the Pakistani, Indian, or Cambridge O levels, A levels, and IB curriculum, but I'll explain that as well. But American curriculum is slightly different from all these, so I'll definitely explain that as well. So this will give you, and of course, I'm working in New Zealand, so I'll quickly touch about the New Zealand curriculum also. So stay tuned for my next video, because in that video, I'm going to talk about all these curriculums. This will give you an idea that when you're applying for jobs, so you can prepare yourself according to that specific curriculum. All right. I hope you find this video helpful. If the video was helpful, like the video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your family and friends, and stay tuned for more useful content on teaching and learning. Thank you.